Hello everyone.
Hi.
We are back from our 3-week holiday.
Yes.
And today,
back in the kitchen.
Today we're doing something a little bit different. One, we're a lot later than what we have been. We're trying a new time. So we're going to be doing 7 o'clock on a Monday for a few weeks, and we'll see how we go. It's probably not going to be making dinner for tonight, but it might be making like something for us to have the next day or whatever, because things have changed in our life a little bit, which we might get into a bit later. But I'm making two different types of muffins. So we're going to make, first up, I'm going to do the Keto Pecan Cheesecake Muffins, which is on our website. It's been on our website for ages. Definitely early on, it was our most popular recipe by far. So I'm going to make those, and I'm also going to make keto breakfast muffins. So the breakfast muffins are savoury and the cheesecake muffins are sweet. So we're going to start off with the pecan cheesecake muffins, and I'll go over the ingredients. So we need 1 cup. I will also say that Erica has prepped everything for me. She's also just ruined the...
Where did the comments go? Oh, here, right.
Okay, so
we're out of practice.
Erica has done a lot of the prep work for me because I didn't get home from work till 6. So I appreciate that Erica has made it very easy for me. So what we have here, 1 cup of almond flour, teaspoon of baking powder, half a cup of brown sugar substitute. So we like Sucan Gold, but you can also use the Lecanto. Is it Lecanto Gold or?
There's a Natvia brown sugar replacement.
Oh right, which is more like the wet sand brown sugar. Yeah. So we need.
Or for US people, I think there's a Swerve brown sugar as well.
We've got some cinnamon, some pecans, vanilla, eggs, cream cheese, which is in the fridge because you kind of need it to be firm when you put it in. Okay, so we have the oven on 160, and prepare your muffin molds. We like the silicone muffin molds because they're very easy to get the muffins out. And the thing I don't like about the paper ones is you lose half the muffin on the paper. So these work really well. If you don't have silicone muffin molds, you should definitely get them. So here we go. Instructions. In a bowl, combine the almond flour, the baking powder, the cinnamon, the pecans, the sugar, and the salt. Okay, so almond flour.
Sugar replacement, should we say.
Baking powder, 1 teaspoon.
Hey, Elizabeth. Yes, different time. Glad that you found us. Hey, Mon. Hey, Petunia. Petunia, meet Elizabeth. You're both in Colorado. Hey, Justin.
I'm assuming.
Hey, Justin. How you going? Mon said they love the blueberry muffins. They're yummy too. Have you tried the pecan ones? Pecan ones are good.
The pecan ones are good.
They're different. They're different to the blueberry.
So 1 teaspoon of cinnamon and a pinch of salt.
Hey, Mel. Thank you. Yes, we are back home safely. And in lockdown. That's how safe we're very safe.
In a bowl, combine those ingredients. So mix those around.
Hi, Susan. How you going? Yes, making the pecan cheesecake muffins. She's doing 2 types of muffins. I
just want to get these into the oven because this part won't take long, and then we can talk.
Okay, show us this part. So you got the dry. This is the dry mixture for the pecan muffins. So she's making the pecan cheesecake muffins, which are yummy, and then our savoury breakfast muffins, which are not as popular by miles, but very, very delicious. So if you haven't tried them, you should try them.
The other one people really like is the ham and cheese muffins. Okay, so chop the cream cheese into small cubes, which is done, and it's in the fridge. In a jug, whisk together the eggs and the vanilla. So we'll do that now.
It helps with this recipe to make sure that the cream cheese is firm, out of not softened, because you do want to chop it up into little cubes. I'll show you. So I have chopped it up into little cubes.
And 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract.
Thank you, Justin, for the super sticker. Appreciate it. Oh, yeah, I know. Soon all of New South Wales. I just saw about Byron Bay. I'm like, what's going on at Byron Bay? I didn't even hear about that one. Hey, Linda. How you going? Hey, Robin. Just tuning in. Dan is making 2 lots of muffins today. She's making a pecan cheesecake muffin, which is what she's doing now. And then she's doing a savoury breakfast muffin.
Okay, so I just whisked the egg and the vanilla in a jug. And now the next step is to add the egg mixture to the dry mixture and stir to combine. So we'll do that now.
Hey, Gail. How you going? You're a fan of the blueberry muffins as well?
Yeah, everyone likes those.
Yes, love the videos from the trip. Thank you. There's still a few more to come. The Kakadu one came out today, and I've just been editing the one where we went to Catherine Gorge, so that will be the next one coming out. We did have a good trip, Robin. Thank you. We were so lucky with everything that was going on in the rest of Australia. We were in a little Northern Territory cocoon.
Okay, so here is the butter.
It's quite a runny batter, but don't panic. That's what it's supposed to be like. Hi, Andrea. You said you won't stay long. 7 p.m. here in Melbourne. It's my dinner time. Lockdown 6.0, working from home. Great trip. Enjoyed your vlogs.
Okay, so the next step is to sprinkle in the cream cheese. It says take some time to do this to ensure they are all separated and not clumped together. This might take a while.
Do you think chopping that cream cheese didn't take a while?
I'm glad I didn't do it.
Let me tell you, it took a while. Cream cheese is very sticky.
It really is sticky. So we'll get this in the oven in a sec, and then, so what I'm going to do, sweet and little smaller ones just because of the type of muffin trays that we have. Normally we wouldn't make both of these at the same time. They would normally both be made in that red mold. And they go in the oven for 20 to 25 minutes. So we will have plenty to chat about while these are cooking in the oven.
Hey, Christine. Hey, Teresa. Thank you very much. We could bring you a little bit of sunshine. Hey, Michelle. Thank you.
We literally had such a good time on the trip. It was warm. It was sunny. We didn't have to worry about rain at all. Like yesterday, it rained most of the day here, and we're like, we didn't have to think about rain once
for 3 weeks.
It was so nice. Is this annoying you watching me do this?
Not at all. Susan, yes, these freeze pretty well, I reckon, and they are good to have in the freezer. And then if you just feel like, something sweet, something with your coffee, they're perfect just to grab out.
And today we've only had breakfast and lunch, and I'm just going to have one of these with my tea after we've cooked.
Mon said, how was your flight back on Qantas business class? A few people picked that up from the photo that I posted. Very observant. We actually used our Qantas points to book the flight home, so that was very lucky. And to be honest, we were just super glad to be on a flight because the Northern Territory.
If you watched our Ed Rock Uluru video, you would have noticed we spent a lot of time on hold too.
And while we were there, the Northern Territory closed the border to all of New South Wales. So we were like, oh my God, there's not going to be anyone flying to Sydney. So we were very glad just to be on a flight at all. And the flight was actually pretty full.
So the instructions are that this serves 8, but I think we normally go a little bit less. Do we get less out of these on these muffins?
Oh, I don't know.
Anyway,
See
we'll
how you go. It doesn't matter. Yet however many you get. So Andrew's having chicken and egg and veg fried rice.
Here's
nice,
the mixture
enjoy.
with the cream cheese in there. Just want to make sure every muffin has a decent amount of cream cheese.
Jackie, you enjoyed the Outback Adventure. It's as far north as Ballina and Lisbon now. Yeah, I know. It's all happening here in New South Wales. Hello, Christine from Tassie. Beautiful down there. I'm sure you're living the dream. Oh, you're loving the videos. Thank you so much. Justin said, did you kiss a crocodile?
Got pretty close at one point.
No kiss.
When you watch today's video.
We were not close.
No, we weren't close.
It still scared us. That's even
scared the shit out of us.
That's the even sadder part. We still screamed, even though we didn't kiss a crocodile. We didn't go anywhere where it was like not crocodiles in the wild, I guess. Do you know what I mean? We didn't go to
No, we didn't go to a crocodile.
One where they had them in captivity.
You know what you mean.
But there's so many in the wild. Robin's making keto waffles. Yum. Hey, Annette. How you going? Hope you're going okay in Sydney.
This is definitely not going to satisfy the...
Oh, my God. There's one, all different sizes. One's half full. One's overflowing.
It is not. Come on. It's all good. But there's 7.
There's 7. Oh, good. It doesn't really matter. It does depend on your muffin molds, though, and these are big. We bought them in America, not realizing that they were American-sized muffin molds.
There's also 5 to the muffin.
Yeah, I know. Karen said she just finished watching the Kakadu video. It was fabulous. Thanks for sharing. I'm going to make these muffins tomorrow. Okay. Yes, they're so yummy. If anyone in lockdown should definitely make these muffins.
Okay, so I don't want to tip it up too much, but there they are.
So you can see it's like a runny mixture, and then it's got the blobs of this one. This one's basically all cream cheese. It's just a drizzle of
anyway, going in 20 minutes. So we are at 7:15.
Do you want me to set a timer?
Yeah, better. Okay, I'll just move this stuff.
Oh, how many? Is there a way? 15, 30, custom. Oh, that was 20 seconds. Please hold.
I'll just move this stuff over here and we'll clean up in a sec. I want to get these breakfast muffins in. Okay, so now I'll talk about the nutritional information and stuff in a sec. I just want to get them in and we can do a lot of talking. So now I'm moving to the breakfast muffins. Here we have...
Hey, Jennifer. Erica. How you going?
Here's what Erica prepared.
I know. Earlier. I should work on a cooking show just in the background, getting stuff ready.
Sour cream, 2 eggs, grated cheese, almond flour. I'm assuming that's baking powder, salt and pepper.
Yep.
And Erica has done this because this part was going to take a long time. So this is just bacon and onion that's been cooked and cooled. So the instructions, I put the oven on 160.
It might have been cooked a little bit too much, like burnt, but it'll be fine.
Put the oven on 160, which we're done. We're going mini muffins here. And then fry the chopped onion in a frying pan over high heat until brown, and then reduce heat to medium and add the onion and the thyme. Cook the onion slowly, stirring occasionally until the onions have caramelized. Set aside to cool.
Don't leave out the thyme. The thyme is what makes these muffins.
The thyme,
in my opinion,
really adds heaps of flavor for a small amount of time. Honestly. So that part is done. Stir the eggs and the cream cheese together in a small bowl and combined. So let's do that.
Gail said she's glad that you're doing this at 7 p.m. because the other time was a bit too early. Well, that's good. Glad that it's working.
We can't always make it suit everyone, so we just make it suit us and kind of go from there.
Yeah. Hey, Sharon. How you going?
When I was cooking dinner, it worked, but now life has changed a little bit for us, so
yes,
now we're doing it differently.
Linda, no, we didn't have to have a COVID test at all. We just had to, when we went to the Northern Territory, when we left home, because we were flying out of Sydney, we weren't allowed to stop between our home and the airport. And when we had to fill in a declaration, and we had to list all the suburbs we've been in Australia in the last 28 days, which takes a long time.
I got questioned a lot more when I got there. So when we got off the plane, you go through like a checkpoint like a checkpoint where there's people
interviewing you,
and they kind of interview you.
Just to make sure we hadn't been to a hotspot. So we hadn't, they don't class Sydney Airport as a hotspot, and we hadn't been to any. So we didn't have to have tests or anything going in, and obviously come back to New South Wales. No one cared. We didn't even have to fill in a permit or anything.
Gladys is like, if you want to come here, come here.
When we're in Darwin, everyone's like, no, just stay here. It's like, we're just on holidays. It doesn't really work like that. See you, Andrea.
So can this be lumpy?
Hey, Jules. How you going? Oh, our vids are very professional. Thank you so much. I don't feel like they are, but I appreciate you saying that.
What's professional?
Our videos from our trip.
I need another bowl.
What for?
Well, it says, in a bowl, combine the almond flour, the cheese, and the salt and pepper, and then add the wet ingredients, and then put this in last. But should I just put it all in there?
Just put it all in there.
I'm trying to follow the instructions.
Yeah, no, well, don't follow the instructions.
Okay.
I'm not washing up an extra bowl.
You don't wash up!
I'm not putting an extra bowl in the dishwasher.
Cheese.
Annette said it's been hard in lockdown. All she's doing is baking muffins, and then she had to laugh when we said we were making muffins. Sorry, Annette.
Oh, Annette Billet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jackie said she thinks you're doing brilliantly, Dan. Her family will tell you no one can talk to me while I'm cooking. I know, she is doing well.
Okay, so this is the egg and the sour cream.
Show us the other one.
And this is incorrectly done, but
that's bacon, onion that's cooked, cheese,
almond flour, baking powder, salt and pepper.
These are very easy, I will say.
So add the wet to the dry and combine.
And this recipe just makes 6. So obviously you could double it if you wanted to, but these freeze well as well. But we're going to go with mini muffins this time. So I reckon you'll get 12 mini muffins. That's quite deep, that mini muffin tray. Susan, I prefer fresh thyme.
We have a little bit of time.
Because we have a little thyme plant in a pot plant, but you could use either. I think fresh is just got a more pungent flavour.
Yeah, you might maybe want to use a little bit more dried thyme.
So this batter is definitely a different batter.
There's much more chunks.
It's much thicker.
The cream cheese was pretty chunky, but this is a completely different. Just want to make sure that's all. Get all the almond flour in there as much as I can. So there we have the mixture, and I'm now
which looks much more like a muffin, like a cake texture, doesn't it?
And the soup spoons.
Oh, I can smell the cinnamon in the muffins. Can you smell it? No?
Yeah, I can smell it. I'm concentrating.
Sorry. So what's everyone been up to while we've been away? Anything exciting?
Lockdown. Most people are in lockdown.
Has anyone been doing anything, any little projects in lockdown? Dan did a lot of smoking
I did a lot of
yesterday.
smoking yesterday. I did some ribs.
I'll show you the chicken.
And some chicken and some sausages. I attempted burnt ends, but they didn't really work because I'm doing. Oh, did I turn my bacon? I don't think I turned my bacon.
So this is all. Dan did a whole chicken and then shredded it up on the smoker yesterday. I had some for lunch just with some
so good.
leftover coleslaw. It's so like tender and juicy. It's delicious.
I'm also going to attempt bacon. So in the fridge, I've got a pork belly with some bacon cure on it. And it needs to cure in the fridge for
Like
about a week.
or something.
Yeah, 4 to 8 days, depending on the size. And so hopefully I'm going to have, I've got a lot of mixture left.
Kelly said that your concentration face is on point. Do you want another mini thing, or do you want to?
Can I put it in the empty one, make one big one in there? 1 or 2 big ones in that? Or that won't work?
Yeah, if you want.
What?
Well, they're going to be ready at different times.
Oh, yeah, okay, that won't work.
We've got other muffin bowls. There you go.
I just don't think you want to overfill that.
They won't rise.
Here's my mini muffins, breakfast muffins. I've also got a green tea here. I've got a new Yeti mug. Yeti is massive in the Northern Territory. We were staying near a fishing and camping place that had the biggest Yeti display I've seen ever in my life. It was huge.
Oh, Annette, you've been painting the house. Wow. Hey, Andrew. How you going? Thanks for popping by. Gail's travelling out in Western Queensland. Nice. Yeah, the awesome sunsets, I can imagine. Mom's been doing up her Harley Davidson.
I'm going to put a 20-minute nose through.
Well, the little ones might not take as long then. Justin said
I'll start with 15.
Pork belly's his favourite. Hey, Carrie, how you going?
All right, oven's full. Oh, the cheesecake one's full.
On point. Oh, I've got you a wrap.
All right, let's do a little tidy up. Is there any questions or anything? We are going to talk a little bit about what's happening in our lives in a sec.
Susan said she wasn't very productive this lockdown. Last time got stuck into projects around the house, but this time I slacked off. Yeah,
I think
that's completely normal. Oh, Michelle moved house, so with the brand new kitchen, have started back on track and cooking up a storm. Thanks for your inspiration. Oh, good on you. That's something like that can be a good little kickstart, can't it? Kind of like a fresh start over. Jackie's locked down on the Gold Coast, but went out to the shops the first time in 8 days today. But I know that's nothing compared to New South Wales. Yeah, but it's still
annoying.
Yeah, still annoying.
Still messes with your life.
Yeah. No, we didn't get the see you in the NT t-shirts. I don't think we even saw them. But I mean, who came up with that slogan? Really? Here you go.
All right.
Justin made the no-shoe. Was it the no-shoe biscuits he was making? The cookies?
Yeah.
Outcome of the biscuits was interesting. Meant to be 8, ended up with one big one. They just all spread. Well, then you can just have one cookie.
Same amount of macros. So I was going to talk about the macros. So obviously it's dependent on how many muffins you end up making. So with the cheesecake muffins, the calories are 263 per muffin. The carbs are 6, and there's 2 fibers, so 4 net carbs. The protein is at 8, and the fat is 24, and a lot of that comes from the cream cheese. And in the breakfast muffins, 317 calories, 7 carbohydrates with 2 fibers, so 5 net carbs, 27 grams of fat, and 13 grams of protein. So we like to have some muffins in the freezer or in the fridge to kind of grab and go for breakfast or for lunch, or to kind of top a lunch up, or anything like that. So that's why we're batch cooking some today. Now, part of the reason things have changed a little bit for us is I got a new job that started today. I'm in training for a few weeks, but I am not going to be finishing work till 6, which is a massive change for me. I used to finish at 4:30, and sometimes even earlier than that, and traveling. So there was a lot of traveling in my job before. There's no traveling in this new job, but it is just to the one place, there the whole time. No packing up my stuff and moving around. So I'm really happy with that. But I'm finishing a lot later. So we're going to trial the 7 o'clocks on a Monday and see how that goes for a while. Hopefully I'm home by 6:30 and it's no drama to start it at 7. Might just need my sous chef to have it all prepared like she did today.
Well, like I do anyway. Wait, there was something out here. Jenny, fortunately, no lockdown in WA. It has to end soon. Glad you're back. Thank you. I've fallen off the wagon as it's been so cold and wet here looking for comfort food.
Yeah, I think winter is a little bit harder to kind of not look for those comfort foods. That is where those kind of substitutes can come in really handy when you're, because I know in a lot of Facebook groups and stuff, there's a lot of poo-pooing the, keto sweets and all of that. But I definitely think they have their place for when you're looking for comfort food and you end up having that the real version of that comfort food. If you could, opt for the keto option or the low carb option, or a slightly better option that still comforts you. Yeah, because I know people will say, well, you don't need to have food for comfort and all of that. But that's not easy to step away from. No. And I do it. So what else have we got?
Just watching your videos, our Darwin Gann trip was cancelled or gone. So jealous. Looks great. We'll be trying the muffins. Yeah, Angela, I know a lot of people have had trips cancelled. We've had trips cancelled as well, which is why we were so surprised we've got to go on our trip. We did see the gun in Alice Springs. We were driving along and it went past. It's really, really, really long. Gail said she used to live in the NT but couldn't take the summers, so left after 2 years. So many wonderful places though. I mean, it was 35, 36 and that was winter. So I don't know how, like that plus the added humidity.
And the wet, raining.
I don't know how people live there. That would be really tough. But it was beautiful. It's a beautiful place to visit because you're right, there's so many places to see.
And every part of our trip was so different. I don't know whether we really talked too much about how different every aspect was. So Kings Canyon, even Kings Canyon to Uluru was so different.
It was.
And then Uluru to Alice, again, very different from the last two places. And then from Alice, we flew to Darwin, and then we were in Kakadu, which was completely different, wasn't it? It was just like green, lush, crocodiles, wildlife. We didn't see any wildlife in the Red Centre.
No.
And heaps of wildlife at the top end.
And then when we came down as far as Catherine, it was kind of like a mixture of the two because it wasn't as wet as it was at Kakadu, but there was still water and crocodiles and stuff. Yeah, it's very interesting.
The last portion of our trip was a week in Darwin with our friends. So that was like completely different because we were doing a great deal of sightseeing or anything. We were really just spending time with our friends, catching up with them.
And eating out at nicer restaurants and stuff that really in the other section it wasn't about food at all.
We played Switch with they're not our niece and nephew, but like
our godchildren. Our godchildren.
So, it was just each portion was completely different and it felt like we got a lot out of our 3 weeks.
Kerry said she's never been very keen to go to Darwin, but after our trip, she thinks it's a must-do. You have to go to Kakadu, Kerry.
I was not keen on the Darwin portion for Darwin. I was keen on for our friends, but I wasn't keen for Darwin, and Darwin really surprised me. It was cool. Like it was a really nice place to just kind of walk around. It's very relaxed.
Very.
Very relaxed. Like you can literally walk around in t-shirt and shorts and go to we went to quite not a fancy restaurant, but like a modern Australian restaurant for lunch, and I was just in shorts and t-shirts. Very relaxed.
No traffic, no dramas, just parking out the front of exactly where you want to go.
How long?
Susan said she'd really like a clean-up beaver like Dan. 2 minutes to go.
David better pull his finger out, Susan.
Kelly said, I love how high-pitched your voice gets, Erica, when Dan suggests something you don't agree with, but you don't want to be discouraging. Obviously, Dan's not aware of that.
We all know. I know. I'm not an idiot.
Susan said, is the Yeti over 400 mils? Looks like a good size. No, it's small, Susan. I think it's 10. I want to say 10 ounces, but I don't know.
What?
Is that what the Yeti is? What's
10.
That? How many mils does it say? It's not a giant American sized.
We do have a giant American.
We do. Well. We have that as well.
I mean, I could look at the bottom of yours. It's 200 and something, I think.
It's in the dishwasher. Oh, sorry, Rosemary. No, that was for 6 big muffins. So half of that for the mini muffins.
$2.95.
$2.95, Susan.
I'm getting these out because I reckon they're burning a bit.
Kelly's what I say. Maybe I'll do it like this. And he says, guys. Yeah, you could. You could do
Look at this one. A lot of cheese cake in that one.
It smells so good in here. It almost smells, the cinnamon brown sugar smells like Christmas. Susan said, congratulations on the new job. Yes, exactly the same type of job, just at a different place. Hey, Bridget, how you going? Thank you.
The reason I'm not naming the place is I'm not sure that I'm allowed to. So just
Bridget said congratulations. So for day one, you don't want to. Jackie said when COVID's all over, she thinks we should do a keto low carb cruise. Keto low carb cruise. That would be cool.
I made a meal of getting these out.
Just leave them.
Yeah. I was just trying to straighten them up.
Does that happen with your husband too, Kelly? I was.
We're a normal married couple.
Anthony said the heat was what made your grandmother come back to Sydney.
Well, no lockdown is what is keeping people up there.
Yes, exactly.
It's completely like no masks, no social distancing.
Nothing.
It doesn't even feel like COVID exists.
They have the check-in codes, but no one does it, and no one's like asking if you've done it. Where if you go, a
couple of times we did, but rarely did someone say, "Can you scan the code?" Whereas right now you can't go anywhere without scanning the code. Like you basically can't leave your house without scanning codes.
I don't know how that guy got around Byron without scanning codes. I mean, maybe it's a bit more relaxed up there. Robin said, "Looks good."
Anthony.
Yes.
Oh, the heat. Nan. Talking about my nan.
That's what I said. Sorry, that's Dan's uncle. And
when I tried to talk to my nan about it, she just wasn't interested at all.
No, Anthony, we don't have a drone either. And there was a lot of regulations around drones in the Northern Territory. There was a lot of signage about it, and you needed to have a permit. And most places we went said no, had a big sign, no drone flying, which was nice. Robin's going to be making these tomorrow in between homeschooling. You're going to make the sweet ones or the savoury ones?
The kids to make them. Make it part of
home economics. They don't call it that. That's how old we are. Home economics.
We're very old. What do they call them now?
Oh, who knows?
Hissy or something? What's hissy?
No, that's history or something else, isn't it?
All right, how long have these ones got?
I don't think you want to take him out just yet, do you? Oh, yep, you do. Oh, look how hot that is steaming.
Steaming.
How long did you put the mini ones on for?
15.
Okay, right.
I don't know whether you want to try and show how easy these pop out, but look at this.
I mean, they're hot, so
they're hot.
I wouldn't get them out just yet if you didn't have to. Just slide on out.
But they just literally pop straight out. So that is.
Oh, they look really good, Dan.
They look amazing. We have not made these for ages, and I'm really excited about having them.
Food tech. Yeah, that's probably what they call
food tech, yeah. Last one's proving.
Didn't come out quite as easily.
Okay, I didn't use that one as the.
Just leave it in there.
Cool down.
What are you going to make next week?
Oh God, I haven't even thought about it. I've mainly been focused on starting this new job. I haven't been able to get my head around doing this, to be fair. I reckon they're ready. What do you reckon?
Oh, they look good too.
All right.
Nice and
These
cheesy.
ones are a little bit bigger, so I might just give them a little bit
longer.
A little bit longer. We need to let them cool down a little bit before we.
Danny's going to be making them tomorrow as well. Are we having muffins for dinner? I've already had my dinner. I don't know about you.
I'm not having dinner. I'm just going to have one of these because I've had
muffins for dinner.
So because our timings of me coming home and being at home have changed significantly because I'm not starting work till 9:30. So I'm having a big breakfast, a decent lunch, and probably not going to eat dinner. But because I'm kind of transitioning into that, I will have a muffin or two. But
or 7.
No. But we're just trying.
Yeah.
We're just trying to work out.
We're working out our new schedule because
12 years I've done this timing, and
we're leaving at 7 in the morning.
Yeah, and we could barely do anything in the morning. We'd wake up before 6, try and exercise, shower, and sometimes I would eat my breakfast in the car. It was so rushed. Whereas now we're still waking up at 6, and this morning we did half an hour of kind of self-care. So I read a book, Erica did some meditation and stuff. Then we went and ran.
Our first run after 3 weeks.
And then we came back.
That was fun.
We had heaps of time. Cooked breakfast, listened to podcasts.
I know.
Showered.
It felt so luxurious, didn't it?
Potted around and all of that. On the flip side, I'm not getting home till 6:30, so that's it's just a big change because I've always been home kind of before it really is dark or whatever. So anyway, we'll see how it goes. I'm there, so that's what it is. We just got to make it work.
I think it's good. I really enjoyed this. Honestly, this morning it felt like we had so much time, didn't it?
Well, also because of COVID, I didn't really start my normal work day either. So, all right.
Oh, are you going to... Maybe you should break open one of
these ones?
Yeah. Show the inside. Oh, look how steamy
Look how
it is.
cheesy.
There's a lot of cream cheese.
I don't even think that was the
No, I don't. It's not even that one.
But don't scrimp on the cream cheese because that is the best part of this muffin.
But the texture of both of those muffins is completely different as well, I think.
There's too much cream cheese on the bottom of this one. It's like stuck. Can't believe after I sung the praises of these.
It'll still come out easily.
There you go.
I do like that muffin mold as well because of the shape of it. It's not straight up and down. There's a bit of a curve, so it makes it much easier to get things out. Can we get a little one out?
It's too hot,
yeah,
really.
They need to cool down a little
But I
bit.
just wanted to show you.
Oh, yum. That looks good. Just step back a little bit. They smell really good as well. They almost smell like stuffing to me.
They're delicious. So we'll let that one cool so Erica can taste it.
Robin said, how would you go if you both worked from home?
Fine. I was here till 1 today and I was doing work on my computer and it was fun.
Because I have a desk where I sit, Dan sat at the dining room table and we both had our headphones on. So we don't, it's very antisocial. Thank you.
Okay, we're going the cream cheese.
I prefer them not to be super hot because the cream cheese, but
It's too hot, but that is still amazing.
Yum.
They are.
We should make these more regularly.
Cook beware because you could eat more than one of these easily.
No, the cream cheese is pretty filling. And they're not super sweet,
No,
I don't think.
they're not.
Like, because the cream cheese is just straight up.
Yeah, because we didn't sweeten the cream cheese or anything. So, yeah, that is so...
Just the right amount of sweetness for me. Kelly said, oh, man, I just finished dinner and now I'm hungry again. That looks so good.
So yummy.
Sorry.
That is so good. I don't know why we don't make those more often.
Because we don't want to eat them more often.
Very
but
true.
They will be nice to have in the freezer. And then if you want something sweet, it's right there.
They won't last long.
Okay. Well.
Are we going to try this one?
Oh, yeah. You want to
Just
try
trying to wait for it to cool down a little bit. That worked really well. I thought we might have been stuck for things to talk about, but we've been away for 3 weeks. So
yeah, we've got
this one's a bit crumbly, but it's because it's just too hot.
We've got plenty to talk about.
Oh, I can't even pick between the two.
Mm.
They're so different, but so good.
These ones
are so good.
Yeah.
When we made them at Keto Fest, we made both.
Yeah, they made these too.
I thought for sure the cheesecake ones were going to be the most popular.
No.
Everyone loved the breakfast muffins.
Yeah, they did.
So good. All right. Wow, we're back, guys. That was good. I enjoyed it. Hopefully everyone else enjoyed it, listening to us crap on for 45 minutes.
Yes, and if you're interested in our trip and you haven't watched the videos, definitely go and check them out. The one about Kakadu just came out today. Sorry, they're a bit longer probably than we were planning, but there was just a lot of stuff that we...
What else are you doing in lockdown? Watch our videos.
And the Catherine one will be coming out on Wednesday, and then Mataranka and Bitter Springs on Sunday. And then Darwin will be the last one next week. So 3 more still to come.
All right, we are going to go and eat some more muffins, and we will be back this time, 7 p.m. Sydney time, Monday. And we'll see how that goes for a few weeks.
If you've got any suggestions on what you would like Dan to cook next week, just pop it in the pop a comment.
We'll see them.
And yeah, we'll
just remember, I can't be making something that's going to take me an hour and a half to make it when you make this suggestion.
Because that would be pretty painful.
Yeah.
Anthony said maybe next time don't live stream at the same time as Survivor. We're so far behind on Survivor.
You can watch that anytime, Anthony.
You're in lockdown, Anthony.
Watch it on catch up. Jeez. You watch live TV, Anthony? You're so old.
Thanks, Gail. Thanks, Linda. Thanks, Kelly. Thank you, Susan. Thanks, everyone. Oh, we'll see you next time.
Bye.